No, no, no. Let me bring it in. All right. Okay, Alan. So happy to have you with us here today at BBABC. How are you doing?
I am doing good, Marissa. I can hardly wait to get the opportunity to come to Vancouver. I missed Vancouver Days this year. I
Yeah.
guess a big up Mel, Wayne, my people over there in Vancouver,
Mm-hmm.
Advanced City. But we will be coming there soon.
I hope so. We've got so many amazing things happening. Just don't come during the fall unless you want to just be inundated in rain. Please wait at least till, springtime.
We'll see. I might be coming in the fall. I apologize.
Fine, fine, fine. That's okay. But we'll be happy to host you anytime. So, I would love for you to introduce yourself and Caribbean Vibrations.
So my name is Alan Arthur. I am the founder and the host of Caribbean Vibrations TV. We are an Ontario-based production company. There's me and my business partner, Tony and Thomas. Now, I started this originally with my wife 23 years ago. Yeah, 23 years ago in Ontario. And it was really because we felt there was a lack of positive representation of us as Black people, especially as
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean people, in media. And you can't really complain. You have to kind of sit there and say, well, what can we do about it? And
Mm-hmm.
what we did was Roya, who was the first host, an amazing woman, she had a background in media. She studied Seneca broadcasting. I was a marketing background. And the funny thing is, too, we shot pilot. All the networks turned it down. So it wasn't the easy start. What we did is we found out a friend of ours told us that Omni would start a multicultural TV station. So
Mm-hmm.
we did reach out to them, and we've been on them ever since. And it's been a blessing for us because the way that the deal works with Omni is we're in charge of our content. So it allows us to really do more, not just the fun stuff, but more serious issues for our community, because sometimes that isn't what they call, drivers or things that drive
Yeah.
content. But these are
Yeah.
things, these social issues are very important to our community, and we need to highlight them.
Mm-hmm. That's so important. And I'm going to age myself, but I'll say I've been watching Caribbean Vibrations since the start.
Well, thank you. That
Mm-hmm.
means you're like fine. There's people like you all over the place. It's funny,
Yeah.
I know people know different celebrities. One person I was talking to one time was Patricia Dragonaut. She was like, "You speak with my grandma," and she goes, "I liked it because all of us could sit down together and watch it." And
Yeah.
we know it's changed now, with the advent of the internet and things like this, but we want to stay true to who we are. There's a lot of great Caribbean stories here in not just Ontario, because I also know that we've been very Ontario focused in what we've
Mm-hmm.
done. We travel and we do different things. So we'll be in Jamaica and Trinidad, but we really haven't. We've been to Quebec a couple of times. We've been to Alberta once, but we do also need to show, because the market is changing. So we do have more Caribbean people out there in BC, in Alberta, in Saskatchewan. Funny thing is, too, now everybody's hitting us up because there's different Caribbean festivals everywhere, which we love, because it just takes one West Indian somewhere to say, I want to do a festival, and they're going to make it happen. So it's
Yeah.
been great, the growth of our community, those of us, our allies, and who support us, and who love our culture, growing in Canada every year since we started.
That's excellent. And okay, so I know what the show is about, but can you explain to our audience, the BBABC members, what Caribbean Vibrations is about? Like, what do you cover? What kinds of stories do you feature? Like, what is that segment about? What do you want everyone to know that, you cover?
Okay, so the best thing I think about us is we consider ourselves, our motto is all things Caribbean. We started
Mm-hmm.
off as a show that was travel and entertainment, but the more we did things, the more we learned. We said, you know what, there's so many things that we do as the Caribbean diaspora. So for business, we will do business profiles, whether it's someone here in Canada or somewhere in the Caribbean. They have a great business, they're an entrepreneur. We will profile them, do stuff on them. Of course, culture, whether it's the carnivals, whether it's the different things. We've done a lot of things, not for profits, small business, sorry, not for profits, who are doing stuff in the community. That's from a
Mm-hmm.
culture perspective, a lot of carnival, these type of things. We do things on entertainment, so we've done interviews with Kess, Marshall, Buja Banton. We've done stuff on food. People love when we do food segments. That was one of the first things we started to do, was profile restaurants. Because think about it, 20 years ago, there was not a lot of Caribbean restaurants. So we'd go out and show people what we thought were Caribbean restaurants that had good food and good service. Wasn't
Yeah.
just enough of the food, we had to make sure you had the good service. Then, of course, we do travel because we love to travel everywhere. And we do, one of the bigger things we've found too is Caribbean real estate. So some of us being from the diaspora, whether you're born here or whether you're immigrated, I immigrated here. starting to look back to the Caribbean and say, hey, can I live there? Can I move there?
Mm-hmm.
COVID changed a lot of things about being remote. So we do a lot of features actually on real estate in the Caribbean. We've done a Caribbean real estate cruise. And how that came about was, and
I saw
know you
that
can understand this.
the last couple of years.
Yeah, you're doing the Bbabc, you understand that we have to get together and do, whether it's buy as a community, but we also, Tony and I, so my business partner, there's two of us. There's myself and there's Tony Thomas. She's in charge of production. So when you see all the different things that we're producing, the content, that's all her wheelhouse. That's what she's doing. So we were blessed enough for someone that we knew to take us on a real estate cruise. But when we went on this real estate cruise, we noticed that nobody looked like Tony and I. And we're like, but they were realtors and they were going to all these amazing opportunities in the Caribbean. And we're like, we need to do that for ourselves. So for 3 years, Tony and I did that. We're going to be bringing it back in 2027, where you can now, what we do is we kind of vet people. So say to you, Narissa, we'll be like, well, what island would you want to possibly buy a property or invest? You'll tell us, you'll say the price change. So then what happens on the tour now, we were using Celebrity Cruises before. We stopped at all these different places and we show places, investment or what you want to retire based on your budget. And we had a lot of great success with that for 3 years. We took a pause. It's been a lot of work, so we won't bring it back because people have been said, hey, I want to learn more. So we're like, okay, cool. You know what? We're going to do that. So 2027. Now for the business in BC, we have as much market as we do viewership as well as we do in Ontario, because funny enough, we reach 195,000 people on a weekly basis. We are on Omni BC Sundays 9:30. We are as well as Ontario, as well as in Alberta. And we've just been starting to air and start to promote ourselves in BC. But what we know for a fact, the 30,000 people who are watching us on a weekly basis, they appointment view because they want to see us. They like what we're doing. And what we want to do now is we want to also embrace BC, because there's a lot of things going on there that we don't know about. You know, you guys have Caribbean Days. I know they also had the Island Fest, I think, in Victoria. There's different reggae festivals going on. And I'm only talking about festivals. I know there's other things going on. You guys had your the Afro World. I apologize if I misspoke. You guys had that big conference.
Afro Expo, and we've got like the
Afro
awards and different things happening all the time. And there's so many organizations, both Caribbean and African associations and organizations that are doing amazing things across BC.
And I think sometimes too, me being here in Toronto, we're too Toronto centric, and we know Toronto's center of the universe, haha, joke, but there are so many other amazing things. There's so many, and that's why I love the fact, like, from the time, and I'll point out Mel Warner. I met Mel Warner on a trip to Trinidad. He's a friend of mine. He's been telling me to come there for like 20 years, and I haven't come. That's why I'm like, I need to come. Wayne Vernon, who used to be on the radio station as well too. I met him. I've been to Vancouver before I started the show, and I almost loved it because my aunt used to live out in Port Coquitlam. So I've been going to BC for a long time. And that's why I said, seeing the community grow, it's been amazing. And we also want to have we're a global brand. And if we're going to be a global brand, we have to not just be a Toronto brand.
Yeah.
Even though we're not. And when I say to Canada, we have to represent what is Canada across the board, which is why we're interested in coming out to BC and showcasing, highlighting some amazing stories that you guys have out there.
So that's really great. So, okay, so what I caught from you is you're already showing right now on Omni BC once a week?
Yep.
And those are
Sundays
those are
9:30.
half-hour shows?
Those are all half-hour shows, and they could be a show. So, for example, one of the things we do some social issue episodes. We just did an episode on kidney disease in our community. We met with this doctor, and he talked about some of the pre-existing conditions, how to treat it, what to look for. We've done stuff on dementia in the Afro-Black Caribbean community. We've done stuff with here in Toronto, the Children's Aid Society, talking about, because one of the things, which is an unfortunate problem in all communities, is you might have kids that need to get adopted, right? We don't know the process, but there are probably some great parents or great people out there who want to adopt children. But for the Black community, we don't know, well, how do I become a foster parent? It's not something that people always look to or want to do or know how to do. So we did a show where we explain that to them, because we feel that there's a lot of great people in the community who always want to support, who have loving arms and can help out kids who are franchised.
That's amazing. So the reach is wide. Like, there's so many different Black opportunities for our community. Now, in terms of the opportunities that we do have available for, whether it's ourselves as an organization or for our members or for other associations, is there like opportunities for both being a part of an episode as well as advertising on the show? Like, what does that look like for, for us out here in BC?
So there are opportunities for both, and I mean, even that's why I'm kind of saying that we're going to be out there, because we'll be talking to different businesses if they want to become involved in that episode, that we can go out there. But from an advertising standpoint, you can buy commercials. I'm actually working on a package where I want to get more companies involved. Like I was talking to a supermarket out there and a couple of different things. And again, because we are a newer show to the market, we understand. But we also know that we do have viewers on the Nielsen scans that we've gotten. So we have some viewers. We know that we can help to advertise. Also pretty reasonable, where we understand that, when you're working with us, it's really about what you're trying to do. Because some people will be like, okay, you know what, I want to advertise, which means get them into my doors. Or some people just want to market and expand their brand. We're willing to work with everybody to fulfill their goals, because that helps us. Really want to get more Caribbean business out there, more African business. We've been to Africa once already. We went to Ethiopia and Seychelles. We're planning to go to Ghana and Nigeria next year, because also we understand that we are a part of the larger African diaspora. So I think anybody who thinks they're not, they're fooled, and for a long time there was a lot of misinformation between Africa and the Caribbean. Happy to see that our Prime Minister, Mia Motley, is one of the ones leading the charge. Jamaica's doing their job as well. All the African nations, the Caribbean, we're looking to them as well too, because we know that's where, let's think of it from a business perspective. Us connecting with the African market is very important, because there's so many viewers there. There's so many opportunities if someone had a product there to work together, and for us to also just push forth what we need to do as Black people.
You're speaking my language. We've done 2 trade missions to Ghana, 2 trade missions to South Africa. So we're looking where next we want to go. But now that I hear you saying that you're looking at Ghana and Nigeria, perhaps there's a collab in motion. But that's a discussion for another conversation.
Ethiopia following them all too. So yeah. I mean, like you said, a separate conversation, because we like the fact what you guys have been doing. You and I have been speaking for about 2 or 3 years, so I'm very happy you took the time to speak with me today. And I like the fact that's one thing you've always about is collaboration. How can we work together? And again, what's that saying? Go by yourself, you'll go, but go together, you'll go further. I'm pretty sure I messed it up.
Yeah. But the essence is there. Okay, so for our members listening out there, if they want to be a part of an upcoming episode with you when you're coming out to Vancouver, how do they do that? And if they want to advertise with you, how do they do that? And is it only advertising through Omni BC, or is there an opportunity for members to advertise on the other 2 shows? You had one in Ontario, and then you have another one in Alberta. So are there opportunities in those provinces as well, or is it just for BC?
Well, there's opportunities for everywhere, because we do have some clients that are national. We do have some clients that are regional. There's also some clients who they connect with our social media because they want to be in the social media part, some just on the website. And yes, there are opportunities for us when we're coming there to be a part of the show. I will use Narissa as my contact, because I'm going to send her a package that I've put together for Bbabc members for some advertising with some discounted rates, because we were talking about it. And again, membership has its privileges, so we got to make sure that the members get a little bit of an advantage, and so we can try things as well. We definitely know that for us, BC is a growing market. It might be, if we look at numbers, say for example, smaller than Ontario, but it's still a big market. You guys have, when I think about it too, we have clients in Mexico. They're always looking for people to buy property or visit Mexico. Mexico Caribbean is one of our clients, and you guys are close to us, so it makes, and we know that you guys are seeing all those advertisements and so forth like that. So we also understand that BC is a big market, just in its own way. We've had these conversations with Japan and a couple other ones about the diaspora, because also they understand that our viewers travel, and too is the Caribbean's all over the place. As you know, there's Soca in Japan, there's a Bali Carnival, there's all these things. So it's not just, we can go where we want to, so it's really up to us. And that's the market that we talk to. Our market is they love travel. They love to when they travel to not just the Caribbean, because a lot of times, for example, I'm from Barbados and St. Lucia. A lot of times people will be like, "Oh, you're gonna go home?" Yeah, I love going home. I love going to Trinidad. I love going to Aruba. I love going to South America. So now we're looking differently. Our audience travels differently. They still have that Caribbean connection. They want to be connected to the Caribbean, but they could travel anywhere.
And so in terms of the businesses that can take advantage of these types of advertising opportunities, does it matter whether it's product based or service based? Like, is there a demographic of business or a sector of business that you traditionally see advertising across your platform?
There is traditionally, you'll get some that talk directly to our market. So it might be if travel is a segment, things that are segmented for travel. Food is always big, as is, spirits and hospitality. But then we also find products, hair products, clothing lines, anything that talks to this consumer market. And this consumer demographic has a household income for our market has a household income of over 120,000. Usually homeowners, 2-3 credit cards. They're all well-established jobs. So I mean, it is a good market, which is of us in the community. So any product that you would talk to them, is a good product, because again, they're all consumers. Whether they buy from Amazon, whether they buy from the retail store, they're out there buying products, and they're usually very much tastemakers. They're ones who, if they product they like it, they love to be one of those first to market with, to show people, hey, I know what's up too.
All right, excellent. I love it. I think with this information, we have enough to really showcase what is on offer. I think it's a great opportunity now for our business to get in here early. Like you said, it's you're newer to the market here in BC, but you already have presence. You already have that established name and authority in the space, which is really, really great. And that is going to help a lot of our newer businesses really get their names out there in this space. So thank you for not just offering and providing this type of service to the community, but being out there to ensure that we have a place to speak and to represent us in the way that you do. And then just for Bbabc members, thank you as well for giving us an opportunity to provide some rate discounts and opportunities to save money while, some businesses are just dipping their toe into this kind of marketing, right?
Yep.
They haven't done this before. So it's a really great opportunity for them to try it in this way. And I'm just really happy that we're able to collaborate with you and partner with you. You've really always been so invested in the community, and I'm so happy to see it come around full circle to BC. So thank you again.
Okay, thanks so much.
All right, Alan, take care. And like you heard, guys, Alan's going to provide our Bbabc members a special package. So reach out to me if you're interested. We'll send out some information by email as well. And make sure you go follow Alan on Alan. What are your social media?
Bbabc TV, CARIBV everywhere.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Alan.
My pleasure.